some amazing reason our athletes have that zeal to keep representing Nigeria. Once that
100%.
dies, the entire
Yeah,
football
that's
industry is going with it. Literally.
100%.
Literally. It's just so sad. So is there even any way forward? It can be reversed. I mean, definitely not for the World Cup, but anything else, like we can't. Because FIBA has confirmed it. What does that mean?
So FIBA has they've invited Mali. A scenario that can happen is Mali saying no, which I don't think is going to happen. Mali will say yes.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel Sports on the Go with Neto. It's been a while since we uploaded a video, but we're going to be talking about something that's really interesting and we just had to talk about it because it's crazy. So today with me I have Ade, who runs his own sports channel that is basically on Nigerian basketball and athletes, the Tigers, the Tigress, name it, and it's there. So thank you for coming on the show. And let's just get started. So before we get into the real thing, why did you decide to, focus on basketball? A lot of people, it's football or track and field. So why basketball?
Yeah. So predominantly, I really love football more than anything else. But I got into basketball maybe like 4 or 5 years ago in terms of watching it, and I felt like in terms of basketball in Nigeria, there wasn't really any page. Like there are a lot of pages talking about football. Yeah. There wasn't really any page talking about basketball, giving you news about the players, like their day-to-days or their club lives and everything. And I was just sitting down like, if nobody's doing it, why don't I do it? Because at that time, I had like a bit of a relationship with some players just from talking on social media. And when I first started it, I just thought, I'll just do a bit of like post every week, nothing too serious, and then see where it's gone now. And I still feel like I haven't started anything yet. So we'll see where it takes me from there.
Yeah, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Nigerian Basketball Federation, the Tigress, FIBA World Cup, what is the meaning of all this? Like, what do you think? Okay, so like first reaction, when you saw the news, how did you feel?
So first reaction was I was not surprised, but I wasn't surprised, but I was disappointed because the way things have been run since, I think a player who I tweet today, since Nigeria beat USA, everything has gone downhill. Like nothing positive has happened since the World Cup since the Olympic preparation. When two factions had the elections and both came out with winners. I remember I even posted one winner. Then 30 minutes later, I heard there was a different president, and I was like, is this a joke? So once that happened, I immediately knew, something is going to happen in terms of FIBA coming in and trying to fix this. It hasn't worked out well because FIBA themselves haven't really done a good job coming in and helping Nigeria in terms of what we need in this situation. It's basically just two factions actually fighting over greed and just power, which is basically how Nigeria is run in general. Just this.
Okay, so let me read the official statement.
Yeah.
Okay. So following the unending crisis that has plagued and nearly crippled the development of basketball in Nigeria, that grammar, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the withdrawal of Nigeria from all international basketball competitions for a period of 2 years with immediate effect. The withdrawal of Nigeria is in order to concentrate efforts by the government towards revamping the sport from the grassroots, as well as domestic leagues which have become moribund. Now, this is where it gets confusing because I'm like, most of our national players are not based in Nigeria. So if the problem is fixing the grassroots basketball, why are we getting the Tigress and the Tigers involved? I don't get it because how does it concern them? So we'll keep going. This will also allow for the setting of an interim management committee to oversee the management and development of the domestic basketball leagues. It's still just talking about the domestic league, and I'm not even going to read the rest because it's just paining me. When I saw it, I feel like I saw it on Ninja Sports First, and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like a few hours later, they were going to come and say, so let's get the internet a bit settled. Like, I was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, it's actually true. And then the funny thing was, everybody was now silent. The Tigers were not fake. So I honestly thought that they were going to boycott the decision. If they had done that though, is that possible?
So, I don't know if you remember a few months ago when there was a debate, there was an argument between the players themselves and government on their payments.
Yeah.
The women came out and posted a video, which I believe is what triggered them to eventually get what they wanted. But in this particular situation, there was, from the guys, there were a lot of ex-players and current male players speaking up, but from the female national team, a lot of them decided to be quiet in this scenario. I think because they believe that if they spoke, they would say the wrong thing or something in that terms. But
yeah,
I actually expected them to boycott. I expected the video like last time, but nothing came out, and today we've been hit with another one. Yeah.
Mali, like I have no problem with Mali. I just think it's so unfair. Like these ladies worked so hard. They beat France.
Yeah.
Like, did we forget that they beat France to get? Oh my God! And I just think it's so sad because it's like all these ladies and men decided to, just because they decided to represent their motherland, and they've gotten into this entire situation.
Yes,
and the thing that's pissing me off the most is that it's going to take more than 2 years to get, like, for them to start participating again.
Yeah.
And what's the point? By then, some of them have retired. So this is what the Tigers team generally came out with. To whom this may concern, we as the women's national team of Nigeria would like to speak on the government's recently placed 2-year ban on all Nigerian basketball international competitions. The Tigers team would like to say that we do not agree with this ban. This ban is taking away all of our future competitions, accomplishments, and goals to elevate, inspire, and make Nigeria proud. I just find it so nice how there are still athletes that want to make Nigeria proud. It's like I feel like sometimes they ask themselves, "What am I doing here? Why do I do this?
What's this country doing for me? Why should I continue to help this country?" It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. The question is, who, like, please help me make it make sense.
I'll definitely
make sense. How? If you want to build the grassroots basketball, build it. Nobody is stopping you. But why on earth do you think that it makes sense for you to punish athletes who athletes who are just trying to be athletes, and you punish them and say, "Oh yeah, we just decided. Oh yeah, 2 years. Just stay there. Just wait." What?
So the FG statement, basically the 2-year thing, was definitely just a thing to put out there and tell both presidents, "You guys better sort yourselves out, or else this was going to happen." The thing that they didn't expect was that both men would be so stubborn and they wouldn't really care, because both of them are still looking at the situation and still believe that they deserve to be president instead of coming together. These men can't sit down and talk together. The grown men that can't come together and sit down to talk for the betterment of Nigerian basketball is crazy. Nigeria is crazy.
Incredible. It's actually incredible, because this 2-year ban is not just for the FIBA World Cup. It means Nigeria will miss the FIBA 2022 Women's World Cup. Nigeria will miss FIBA 2023 Men's Qualifying Tournament. Nigeria will automatically withdraw from the Paris Olympics qualification process. Definitely they will withdraw from the Olympics because they can't even. Then they will also face disciplinary action.
So this could possibly because FIFA could possibly put out their own ban of themselves and give us like a 4-year ban if they want, because of we had government interfere to our basketball federation. So this could get really, really bad. What's really, really bad is that this was in a time when Nigeria basketball was finally going up. It was at the top. We were the best team in Africa, and then now it's just going to take a huge fall. Yeah.
And we may not even give them the opportunity to try and like retain their Afro championship.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
Hopefully, if we get more, I think us as sports journalists and advocates and people speaking out, I think we've done a pretty good job in terms of putting out this information and all.
Yeah.
We've tried to put the players together to come and speak out, because we know basketball isn't the biggest sport in Nigeria. So in the government's mind, they are probably thinking basketball is not even like something that we really care about.
The funny thing is, the big sport in Nigeria is currently doing trash.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So you would think that
it's like, so
the
what are we
men's
doing?
not making the World Cup would tell them that, oh, if the football team isn't really doing that, well, let's try and help the basketball. But
because if we even decide to break down the NFF, then they also deserve a 2-year ban.
Of course.
Everybody deserves a 2-year ban.
Yeah.
Everything in Nigeria
deserves a 2-year ban.
Everything.
Yeah. This is just unfair to put this out on these women and the guys as well, who I think the guys are even supposed to play this summer, and they definitely won't be able to participate for the qualifiers. If the women can't play the World Cup already, the men definitely can't participate in their qualifiers, which is wild.
And from what I'm seeing, this whole situation might last till like 2025, which is 3 years. Mm-hmm. And
we will definitely see the after effects, because at this point, we are highly renowned journalists was talking about a few NBA players themselves that are thinking about coming to represent Nigeria, and we always see Nigerians talking about, why does this person come and play for Nigeria? Why don't you come? Like, if you're a player abroad and you look at this situation, of course you have patriotism and pride for your country, but you look at this and you think, why should I come and represent this country if I know that this is what's going on? If I know I'm going to have to travel 36 hours to Tokyo when other people are traveling 15 hours, if I know we're going to be constantly fighting with the president of our own federation, it needs a revamp, but maybe this definitely wasn't the best way to
definitely was not the best way to do it. Definitely, because this has helped no one. Literally, the same problem that he was trying to fix is still there, because the problem isn't that, I mean, the people that are running our sports federations, do they even care about the sports? Do they even care about the athletes? That's the bigger question. What are they doing being president of the basketball federation when they know nothing about basketball? Why? So what is the criteria in which we use to choose our presidents? What are we looking at? Are we looking at your political ranking? Yeah. Because I think we need to remember that being the president of a sports federation is not about politics.
Yeah.
It's really not. Look at the NFL. Look at all of them, really.
Every section.
The only thing that's still keeping the Nigerian sports industry together is that for some amazing reason, our athletes have that zeal to keep representing Nigeria. Once that dies, the entire industry is going with it. Literally.
100%.
Literally. It's just so sad. So is there even any way forward? It can be reversed. I mean, definitely not for the World Cup, but anything else, like we can't. Because FIBA has confirmed it. What does that mean?
So FIBA has they've invited Mali. A scenario that can happen is Mali saying no, which I don't think is going to happen. Mali will say yes. recently there was a group of ex-players and lawyers and big names that wrote a letter to the government themselves, but that came just the day before FIBA announced that Mali was elected. So there's still work being done behind the scenes to have the government to withdraw what they said. If it's going to, I don't really think it's going to happen really soon, which is me being pessimistic, I know, but it's not looking good. It's being honest.
Being realistic, I don't see this changing. But then the real question I have for you is, do you think that this entire fiasco, as I would call it, do you think like this is actually going to make things better in the Football Federation? Believe that.
So the IOC that decided they wanted to form, I feel it should. If it doesn't help the leagues, there's a huge problem. I feel like it will definitely help in terms of starting a league, because if we're in a 2-year ban and there's no international basketball, everyone's going to be looking at you like, okay, so where's the league that you say you have to do? Knowing this is Nigeria, it is very, very possible that they won't do anything. But people like myself, people like yourself, I always going to hold them accountable, because I was going to post it out there. Where's the league that you promised? We don't get to play Olympics, we don't get to play World Cup. Let's have our own league that we can watch.
I mean, really, we can't have these people suffering for nothing.
Exactly. So
that league.
Yeah, we must see that league. Even if we're not going anywhere else, we must see that league. So
and I must go for a game, and it must be of a certain quality. If it's not,
yes, then
if not, I'm going to make a fuss. Say, I don't understand what you guys are doing. What's the difference? Like, isn't the whole point to make sure that our local league is, up to par, and know, if it's not, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because the question is, even though somehow they are able to withdraw the whole 2-year ban, or let's just say that by 2026-27 we're back to playing, will athletes still want to play? Because the basketball teams, I feel they've really gone through a lot. Payment wise, they've gone through a lot. So would they even be willing to play? Do we still have a team? I mean, I guess
isn't it today tweeted she thinks she might never wear green and white again?
You can't blame her.
Which is it's not crazy, because I'm not surprised if most of the other players there feel the same way, because most of them are reaching the prime end of their career, and this would be the best time to have them there.
Exactly. This would have been the time to fly.
If they don't get to play,
a nice exit.
Exactly. If they don't get to play, then it's not helping either side. But by that time, I still believe we'll have people that want to come out and represent us, because whether we like it or not, we're just lucky that Nigeria is Nigeria in terms of it's the largest populated country in Africa and the highest black diaspora in the world. So there are definitely people out there that just want to play because of pride and because they want to have Nigeria in their chest. Whether or not the quality is going to be as good,
because even if we will probably always have a team, but the question, because even though you have like dual citizenship, France now cannot take 1,000 Nigerian players. 1,000 like. So we will always have players, but the quality, would it become a situation of, we're kind of left with the second level?
Yeah. How can I say this? I don't believe someone like some of the NBA players, someone like Jordan or Chimezie themselves. I know they're really annoyed with the situation and all. I still believe that they would represent Nigeria. I still hope that they would represent Nigeria. Only if these two men aren't there. If the same power struggle is going on, they're definitely not coming. But if they've noticed a change, if in the 2 years they've noticed, something has actually happened, definitely they will come in and play. But if it's still looking the same after a few years, then I'm not looking forward to watching Nigeria in any international competition. Yeah.
That'd be so sad.
Yeah.
Because I'm personally not a basketball fan like that.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I wouldn't say I'm not a basketball fan, but I'm just not that into it, honestly.
Yeah.
But
To see people winning, to see people in our country
exactly,
winning.
Watching highlights and things, it's almost making me now. I'm even starting to understand the NBA conference, Eastern Conference. It's just exciting, and it's even better to see the likes of Gabe Vincent and the coach Ima. Exactly, doing their thing.
Yeah,
we have so much potential. That's what we're always saying.
That's what we're always saying. Nigeria.
We're always saying that.
Always saying that, and greed will never take us far. Greed and power.
Honestly, a part of me really wish that they just boycott that decision. They just wrote a letter to people saying, ignore them. We're coming, don't worry.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? On a serious note. And please, viewers, I'm not encouraging anyone to boycott government decisions, but if it did happen, what would have been the worst thing? Jerseys, I feel like they already have jerseys in their houses. Plane tickets, they'll figure that, I mean, a little sacrifice here and there, but what would the worst that would happen?
Another huge issue that made, which I also forgot to mention, that made the government also say this is because they started getting reports that some of the players themselves go to the World Cup and try and start a rally that, this is what our federation is doing. Our government isn't doing this. We're not doing this thing. So in Nigeria's mind, they're like, you guys want to go there and embarrass us. So we're not even going to let you go there. So to boycott it now, it's what you would have done. It's what you would have done. It's what Nigeria would have. We're trying to stop you to do in December. So you're just doing it now. And I don't know if you'll get them more annoyed or if it would actually help. I feel like it would have helped, seeing how it helped with payments. Fiasco. But
those women are bold. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
They're bold women. That's why it's paining me. I mean, the only African representative, we beat France. And France, I mean, just from the pictures that you see from those qualifying games, you could see the pure joy on their faces.
You see people hurt coming out. So if Ibeke was injured and she still traveled with the team to go and support them to watch. Yeah. Yesterday Carlos is hurt and she still supported the team. Shane Lawal
injury. Yeah.
You hurt yourself representing Nigeria, and then for 2 years you hear that nothing's going on, so you wasted your time basically. Like, if it was myself, if I was in their situation, I don't think I'd represent Nigeria again. If I know how much I put in terms of pushing the country forward as a player myself, then someone's trying to push you down, or they're trying to go off. There's nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do. Well,
we've come to the end of our ranting session. We just had to put it out there to help people see that, sometimes you just need to sit down and think, if we make this decision, what's going to happen down? Let's think a year ahead. What's going to happen? How are these players going to feel? Especially the D Tigers, where they already have kind of underlying issues with the government and the basketball federation. So it's a bit unfortunate that you now dump this one too on them. But I mean, really, such is life. There's really nothing we can do about it anymore.
It's life. That's Nigeria. That's how we go through life in Nigeria.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, Ade, for joining me on this very special episode. Thank you guys for viewing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I will put Ade's sports handle in the description, so don't forget to go down there and show him some support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, do all those great things, and keep Nigeria in your prayers, because we really
need you.
We really do. See you next time. Bye. I did say bye.